Uh, Corey, I don't know. Like I get the feeling like it's just, like I get a lot of inspiration from my own Instagram. One of the things I keep saying is if you look through, I had a rule when I started my Instagram that it was going to be for, you know, less about trying to attract customers and more about being kind of inside jokes between us repair guys that are trying to do it for a living. And as a result, I went about it kind of, kind of like a communist. I decided that, instead of putting myself out there as an expert or whatever, I was just going to be one of the guys. As a result, I basically had a rule that anybody who followed me that was clearly in it, either building guitars or repairing guitars or violins or any musical instruments, and even some people that were doing cabinets and woodcraft. If you're in it, if you're doing something like this for a living, and you're doing the best that you can do, and you're not putting on airs, I follow you back. And so I want to say, let's see here. I've got 4,300 followers, and I followed just a little under 2,000 people. And so every day on my phone and my scroll, there are people that are inspiring me. It doesn't matter if it's some guy in Brazil that doesn't have the fanciest StewMac tools or any of that stuff. It's all inspiring me, and everybody that gets into guitars for some reason, they're all just born tinkerers. And you'll find if you just open up and follow everybody who's in the trade, whether they're just starting out, whether or not they're an older fellow that's getting into it, that you know doesn't really have dreams of being a professional luthier or whatever. If they're trying it, if they're in it to win it, and they're doing it with an open heart, you're going to find that you're going to pick up all kinds of little tips and tricks just by following other people on Instagram. So you know I'm not sure if the day of big name luthier is over necessarily. I think somebody will probably emerge to kind of take over the hushed tones of the frontboard journals and whatever that are gonna like talk about the next kings of the hill, like Dan or Frank or guys like that, or TJ. But for right now, I'm getting most of my inspiration from guys that I see on Instagram. So hope that answers your question.